The wizard, the BMW, and the cryptocurrency that fell from the sky. The wizard sat on the front porch. The sun was beginning to sink behind the trees. A warm breeze drifted through the yard. The cats wandered nearby. One remained suspicious. The other remained suspicious, but from a different direction. The wizard considered this normal cat behavior. It had been a long day. A very long day. The German engineering expedition. Earlier that morning, the wizard and several members of his staff had embarked upon a rescue mission. The target? A magnificent piece of German engineering. The problem? It required a battery. The complication? Apparently nobody had informed the vehicle that batteries were intended to start automobiles. The apprentice studied the machine. There appears to be a battery. Correct. There appears to be electricity. Correct. There appears to be fuel. Correct. So why doesn't it start? The wizard sighed. Because Germany. The apprentice nodded thoughtfully. This seemed a sufficient explanation. The battery quest. Removing the battery proved educational. To reach the battery, one first had to remove a cover, then another cover, then a bracket, then a protective bracket protecting the first bracket, then a secondary cover, then a safety shield, then a decorative shield, then a weather shield, then what appeared to be a shield designed specifically to protect the other shields. The apprentice became concerned. How many shields does one battery require? The wizard replied, apparently all of them. The porch economics department. Now, hours later, everyone sat recovering. Cold drinks, warm weather, tired feet. The BMW remained unconvinced that cooperation was necessary. The wizard stared across the yard. Then another mystery entered his thoughts. A stranger mystery. A cryptocurrency mystery. The unexpected arrival, somewhere in the digital universe. Something had happened. Funds appeared to exist. Wallets existed. Codes existed. Recovery phrases existed. Transactions existed. Theoretically. The wizard emphasized the word theoretically, because at the moment the money appeared to be trapped inside several layers of technological archaeology. The situation resembled discovering a treasure chest. Inside another treasure chest. Inside another treasure chest. Inside an encrypted treasure chest. Inside a virtual treasure chest. Inside a software update. Inside a forgotten password. Chao. The crypto sorceress. Fortunately, the laboratory possessed a specialist. A young woman whose abilities bordered on wizardry. She understood cryptocurrency, VPNs, wallet recovery, network routing, authentication systems, geographic restrictions, security protocols, and approximately 17,000 error messages. The wizard watched her work. Windows opened. Windows closed. Codes appeared. Networks connected. Networks disconnected. Maps appeared. Logs appeared. The apprentice whispered, "Do you understand what she is doing?" The wizard replied, "Not remotely." The apprentice nodded. "Then she is probably doing it correctly." The question nobody could answer. One question remained. Who sent the funds? The room became quiet. The wizard reviewed the evidence. A trusted source seemed involved. Perhaps. A legitimate opportunity appeared to exist. Possibly. The project appeared real. Maybe. The sender appeared human. Probably. Or perhaps not. The apprentice frowned. Could it be an AI? The wizard looked toward the sky. At this point, I am unwilling to eliminate any possibilities. The economics of mystery. The wizard suddenly realized something. The situation resembled many economic events throughout history. A farmer receives an unexpected order. A merchant discovers a new trade route. An inventor receives a contract. A researcher receives a grant. A company receives an investment. The opportunity arrives first. The explanation arrives later, sometimes much later. The apprentice considered this. So flow begins before certainty? Often, not recklessly, not blindly, but opportunity frequently arrives disguised as confusion. The yard of contemplation. The BMW eventually arrived on a trailer. Now it sat in the yard, silent, motionless, observing everyone, or perhaps judging everyone. Nobody was entirely certain. The wizard walked around it. The apprentice walked around it. The cat walked around it. The AI assistant viewed photographs of it. Everyone stared at the machine. The machine stared back. No conclusions were reached. The velocity of thought. The wizard returned to his porch chair. He remembered the old economic discussions. Velocity of money. Flow of capital. Circulation of value. Movement of opportunity. The interesting thing about money, he realized, was that it often behaves like water. A pond eventually stagnates. A river creates life. A frozen stream accomplishes little. A flowing stream powers mills. The same is often true of ideas, and projects, and opportunities, and sometimes cryptocurrency wallets. The cat investor. At sunset, the wild cat finally approached. Cautiously, carefully, suspiciously. The wizard offered food. The cat accepted, then immediately retreated to a safe distance to evaluate the transaction. The apprentice laughed. He conducts due diligence, the wizard smiled. A wise investor. Howard, the final reflection. Darkness settled across the yard. The BMW remained parked. The wallet remained unresolved. The funds remained partially mysterious. The project remained undefined. The cats remained skeptical. The future remained uncertain. Yet the wizard felt strangely optimistic, because something important had occurred. Movement. Questions had appeared. Possibilities had appeared. People were collaborating. Problems were being solved. Knowledge was expanding. The flow had begun. The wizard opened his notebook and wrote, "Many people believe certainty creates motion." Then he crossed it out. Below it he wrote, "Motion often creates certainty." He closed the notebook. Tomorrow the crypto puzzle might become clearer. Tomorrow the BMW might cooperate. Tomorrow the project might reveal itself. Or perhaps tomorrow would simply produce 3 new mysteries. The wizard had long ago learned that the universe rarely sends complete instructions. Usually it sends clues, then waits to see who is curious enough to follow them. Somewhere in the darkness, a cat meowed. Somewhere in cyberspace, a transaction waited. Somewhere in the yard, a German automobile contemplated its life choices. And on the porch, the wizard smiled. For the adventure, whatever it was, had already begun. Global Robotics Corporation, Robert Coley.